So today is pretty much day 2 of my trip here, and to be honest, I think to kind of do it all as a landscape photographer, to do like sunset followed with a sunrise and another sunset, you need to, for me it's important to get a good night's sleep. And I think yesterday by the time I actually finished taking pictures around 11, I was back at my campsite and I made something to eat, made a fire, just kind of to get sleepy enough to go to bed. By the time I actually went to bed, it was like 1 a.m. and I didn't really get the best night of sleep yesterday, and I think that kind of put me in a bad mood this morning, and I just kind of slept through the sunrise and didn't really go out, and it's important to kind of talk about it because I feel like it's always a challenge to do that, just like one after the other. As much as I wanted to, it's just my body was telling me just to go to sleep, continue sleeping. And that's fine because, it's, maybe I wouldn't have gotten the picture, but I'll never know now, will I? It's just hard to do it all. I think sometimes I struggle with that. If I got a good night's sleep, I would have a lot of energy to get up. But even right now, I kind of feel really tired to go on a hike, take pictures. But I went out anyway right now, just with just myself, kind of walking around without my camera back, kind of just exploring this trail. It's not too hard. It's at the base of the mountain, not far from my campsite, and I just wanted to kind of see if I can find a composition for sunset today, if there's gonna be a sunset, because the thing is that it's really overcast. So I'm just walking around, come back here. But actually I'm really glad that I missed sunrise and took this walk today, because maybe everything happens for a reason, and maybe this was meant to happen. So I've come up on this like swamp area. It's just like has these dead birch trees sticking out of the water. There's like a really amazing reflection. It's messy in parts, but I just found the right angle just to take a picture, and it lines up perfectly with the trees behind it. They're just getting a little bit of the spring budding, it's like a light dusting of green. So it's not fully green yet, it's just like a light touch with the birch. It looks really nice, the contrast. And you got the peak right behind it sticking out, and everything lines up perfectly. It just, it's crazy how nature just lines things up to be picture perfect. And I think this is one of those places. I'm really excited to actually come back here and take some pictures at sunset. It's just, I'm glad I saw this, So I think it's gonna look really, really nice. And if today that picture doesn't materialize to like an amazing picture, I think it's gonna be nice regardless of the conditions. But I think I'm gonna also come back here at sunrise tomorrow, and try to get that picture at sunrise. I think if you get that nice light, it's gonna add so much more for it. Whew, exciting, man. Really exciting. I'm glad I found this. I think this is the picture gonna make my trip all worthwhile. Just to leave with that one picture, I might be super happy, I really don't need a lot of pictures. I just need one great one. I think it's gonna be it, And it's super calm here. There's like, just perfect reflection. I love reflections. A few hours have passed since I initially came here. Now I've returned just a little bit before sunset. I gave myself enough time to get my composition set, get my camera set up in the framing that I want, and to be honest, it was looking amazing. Just as of now, even with this light the way it is, it's looking really, really, really nice. Just taking some few pictures here, but for me this composition is perfect. You got really nice reflection, you got the trees pointing up exactly to the peak behind it, you got those green background of the trees and the rocky mountain. So it's such nice layers that for me is more exciting than the picture I took yesterday, or even that crazy view. I think this one, because it makes it so unique on its own, such a unique picture, and the way it's set up, it's just nature sometimes just sets things up really perfectly. So I'm excited for this, Even though I got all these elements lined up nicely, the only thing left here is gonna be the light. what it does in the next hour to 2 hours, maybe even 3 hours before sunset. Because on my left there's like a peak, and at some point the sun's gonna dip below that peak, and it's just gonna be pretty much, you know, this whole area is gonna be in shadow, and that might not be, and this might not be the most ideal lighting for the situation. That's why I gave myself enough time to come back and take a few pictures as the light changes, and just pick the one has the most nicest light, you know. This is exactly why I came a few hours earlier, because now this thick wall of clouds behind me over there just kind of blocked out all the sun. Still getting a little bit of light on the trees in the background, but it completely changed the whole scene. And I'm glad I took some pictures before, because those are going to be my backup ones in case those don't move and the light don't get any better. But that bright picture that I had with the bright white and bright green, I do like that. So that's what I wanted. I wanted a lot of light, you know, but I wanted good light, and I wanted a lot of it, and I wanted to be good light. So maybe I was asking for too much, but you never know. I'm gonna stick it out and kind of see where this goes. I think it still has potential. It might just, the clouds might clear because they're moving, and maybe I'll get a break through the clouds where the sun strikes again in a nice, interesting way. But if it doesn't, that's fine, because I do have one picture in the bag that I'm happy about. And I think that's gonna be my picture from today. Mosquitoes are starting to come out. Well, you know, gotta wait. But my worst fear always is that I wait for nothing. I think even worse than that is not waiting, and then it pops off, and I'm, you know, hating myself for the fact that I left. So it's a conundrum, but I'm gonna wait for sure. Let's see how that looks. I quite like it actually. Yeah, that's really, really nice. Now I'm getting a darker sky, kind of moody, and a very light foreground. So it's even nicer, man. It's gonna be hard to choose. And just like that, the sun is gone. Crazy. At least I got a few pictures. I'm happy. I'm gonna wait, because you never know what this crazy thing is gonna do. Oh, no, sun's coming back. I think it's gonna be difficult to choose like one image that I like the most out of all the ones I took, because each one, the way the light hits the trees is just different from one to the other. So I think what I'll do is I'm gonna leave you with a few images, and you can tell me which one's your favorite, you know. Honestly, like, it all depends. Once I go look at them on the computer and I'll check the pictures, I'll know which one is the best, I think. It's good to have choice sometimes, but makes it difficult definitely choosing an image. Earlier in the day when I was kind of scouting this location, the minute I saw this, it just kind of light bulb went off in my head. I knew like this would make a nice picture, because I knew this would be a good composition. And I love that, you know. I love the fact that, you know, I find these things and I get excited about taking pictures of them. I find that the time of year makes it a unique picture as well. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna call it quits here. I feel like the light just put on its show and it's completely gone, and the clouds just keep moving in, and I don't think it's gonna happen. But I think I got a really great image from today that I really love, and I'm gonna come back here tomorrow morning for sunrise. That's how much I love this composition that I'm willing to try to get it at sunrise and see what the light's gonna do. Maybe it's gonna be even better. It's gonna blow my mind away. But you know what? If it doesn't happen, it's fine because I got a great image from today, and that's gonna make my job a lot easier of choosing a picture. But I don't wanna chance it. I wanna wait and see if I wanna try again and see if I can get an even better photo.